The Knicks will celebrate St. Patrick's Day wearing their St. Patrick's night green.
Yeah, that's a green for you too. That's about the best I can do on that one, Chris. Really important to get out of this. Listen, when you look at what we have with the ball to him, where he can be effective.
He was just 2 of 10 last night and scored 4 points. Paul George all over Fields. Landry Fields out of Stanford. Both are second-year players. Takes it inside and gets to the rim.
Yeah, you still can't let him get to the rim. You can know where you can get your rest, know where you have to exert it. And I think guarding Carmelo sometimes took away from what he could do offensively.
Well, Jeremy Lin, a lot of people in the building here tonight to watch the second-year sensation. Takes it inside. Lin off balance. Jumper good. But he did a good job of setting his feet. Jeremy Lin averaging 15 points per game.
To try to get his hands on things.
Paul George has already matched his point total from last night. Stoudemire's jump shot good.
See, here's the thing with New York. They got.
And Jeremy Lin lost it, got it ahead now to Anthony, lays it in and a foul.
You're talking about having some luck. Jeremy Lin loses the ball. And this is one of the areas that challenged the Pacers last night. In transition, Anthony throws it up. Lin mishandles it, and you can see right there after making the pass, it's Carmelo and Anthony who got there, and the Pacers got to do a better job of getting back and keeping Anthony.
Nearly rebounded by West. Great move by George. Here's Lin to Anthony, who lays it in, and the Knicks back in front.
We talked about transition baskets. But I say lift and take a step in, because Danny Green just struggled making shots.
A capacity crowd tonight at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis, and wide open, it's Chandler. Roy Hibbert fell asleep.
Well, they got caught in him, and they showed us. What happens here is they advanced the ball, and Roy Hibbert just couldn't get back after the screen was initially being set on the left side, and the ball got advanced, and that means going to the right side. Shots and knock him down.
Here's Hill in the corner. His 3 is too strong, and Lin has the rebound.
Tough to have to come in. The first shot you take is a 3-pointer, but that doesn't bother. That doesn't bother J.R. Smith. He doesn't mind doing that.
2 of 6 from 3-point range last night. 7 of Osa will play, we think, on Tuesday night as Smith misses. Rebound tipped out by Granger. Now Jeremy Lin inside, banks it in.
Oh, he took a tough shot, because he went right at Roy Hibbert, who's got 2 fouls. And the reason he's able to get that one to go in, because he threw it off the glass. And he got knocked down.
58-51. Lin comes off that screen. Chandler goes to the basket. Now Lin again.
Boy, he's getting a round of applause here. There are obviously a lot of Lin fans here at the game. But that was a very difficult shot to make.
And it's a 9-point New York lead with just over.
Which is what you're looking at, 121 points to win. That's going to be hard to do. So your defense has to be there.
Anthony now to Lin. Shot clock at 7. Jeremy takes it inside, and a foul.
Boy, there's a good chance. I see what Frank is asking, because he's thinking that Lin ran into, I thought into Roy Hibbert. So Darren Collins, see, this is where Collison can't get beat. Now he gets in now. So, boy, and he got away with a loose arm too.
If anything, I thought the foul was on Collison before he got to the basket.
It was on Collison before the basket. Yes, we agree. That was where the initial foul should have.
David West takes it inside, misses. Indiana, nobody there to get that loose ball. They all just sort of looked at it.
Right, now they don't have numbers going back the other way.
Now Lin has the mismatch he wants against Hibbert.
Oh, boy. He was able to take that ball, grab it, and when he grabbed it, he is tall and dead.
Good defense here by Fields.
But the offense is getting stagnant.
David West.
Yeah, the offense is stagnant. You got to get something going. That's a foul.
Collison had the ball stripped. And here comes Jeremy Lin. Leaves it off for Stoudemire, and a foul the other way on Indiana.
Well, it really Pacers are turning the ball over and having trouble getting back. Just not doing it on either sides of the ball.
And they got blown out in Orlando. Now Lin. Well, he has great body control.
He really does. And Collison has got to get him under control, because they had been pretty much shut off they were trying to get it to Carmelo Anthony, had shut him off, and the shot clock was running down. And Lin availed himself and was able to get it on the glass.
He's hit 4 of 5. That's a turnover. Paul George lost it. And here is the basket missed by Landry Fields, but another.
And he tried to squeeze through here, and Chandler is able to. Chandler actually popped his hands, and here Collison just tries to prevent a basket because you have a foul out.
Now the Pacers try to move it up quickly, and a bad pass by Collison. He will track it down. It was hit by Jeremy Lin.
It was really good anticipation by Lin, as much as anything. He may not be in shape to play a lot because he just hadn't had to do a whole lot of playing. Oh, then nobody gets back.
And Shumpert has his first field goal. He has 6.
And you get a that ball, and then nobody gets back.
That's the third team foul against Indiana. They get a reset of the shot clock at 14. Lin.
Boy, he is a tough-minded little guy, because I tell you what, I saw that Mike Woodson got added because he didn't go off the screen that was set by Carmelo Anthony, and still
4 to play. Lin scores at one end. Collison, who has played well tonight, but he's been turnover prone. And now Lin again buries his head into the lane and scores again.
I'm telling you, he's tough as all get out. And Collison is having a tough time guarding, and they wanted that screen and roll to get the ball to Anthony, and he's just decided to take the ball himself.
And the lead is 7 now after the Pacers had cut our basketball.
No, but you got 6 minutes. You've got plenty of time to let your effort get it going.
16 points for Jeremy Lin. He averages 15 on the year. He had 13 last night at Madison Square Garden. His first NBA start, he had 28 points and 8 assists against the Utah Jazz, and now Frank Vogel takes the timeout after the Pacers had started the quarter by cutting it to 1. 12-4 run by the Knicks. They lead by the second half, so we're going to look at some of the highlights from Jeremy Lin, but they're doing a lot of their work at the free throw line.
Well, he's doing the foul line extended because he's able to control where they need to go with the ball for New York. I mean, that's really been what Jeremy Lin has done. He's controlled everything that they want to get done. Those were like successive plays, and then he's getting buckets.
Jeremy Lin 6 of 10 from the field, but again, as a team, as our bucket chart brought to you by your hometown KFC, they are 14 of 18 at the line in the second half. In fact, 14 of 18 in each half.
Yeah, they've just stayed very aggressive and been able to get it. I think they just announced that Indiana just won by 2, and you can hear the fans pretty excited about that.
The Pacers back half of the schedule. Again, most of their games are at home. But you don't want to be in position where, again, this is a Knicks team battling for playoff position, and now they have a 10-point lead at 90-80.
They're battling for playoff position. They're battling for an identity. This is a new staff they have for all practical purposes. So they're still trying to find some things, and you don't want to let them find that they can beat you here in your home.
3.
Well, yeah, they've been able just to be able to make the plays. When you're trying to get over the hump defensively, there are usually some things that stop you, and J.R. Smith making his play would be one of them, and Granger trying to cut off Carmelo Anthony and didn't quite.
On their way to a second straight loss, and a disappointing loss to Carmelo Anthony.
Granger will admit it or not, it ticked those guys off. So it heightens their preparation for the game. So you don't want to say those kind of things. And I think that's just a lesson learned. And the one thing you got to do with the season, you don't get too many highs and too many lows. You got the next game, and you just figure out how to go get it.
And the New York Knicks win both games on a Friday and a Saturday night, and both by double figures, by 15 last night and by 14 tonight at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. They outscore the Pacers 25-13 in the fourth quarter. The Pacers scored 35.